Hey everybody, it's 13th Wolfman. You know what today is? Today is I reveal what I picked up on Black Friday. This Black Friday was kind of a bust. I went to 2 Best Buys, 2 Walmarts, 2 Targets, and honestly, I could have went to the first Best Buy and the first Target and went home if I wanted to, because Walmart didn't have anything. Neither one of them. I mean, the second Walmart I went to, they were like, well, we didn't put anything out. What? Seriously? Yeah, we have stuff in the back. It's not out. We dropped the ball, basically, is what they're telling me. And the first Walmart, they were just kind of like, well, what's out there is out there. You know? They dropped the ball too, but no one cared. I really got that feeling this year that no one cared about movies on Black Friday. Best Buy, the first Best Buy I went to, they didn't have any shippers like in the old days where they'd have like the big boxes and the list on the side and all that. They didn't have that at all. But, you know, I went in with my list. And I just kind of started grabbing things and putting them into the cart. And I'm like, okay. So the first Best Buy I went to, I got the plethora of the stuff I wanted. Then I went to Target and I got 4 more items. And then after that, bust. So came home, got some. I ordered some stuff off of Amazon. So I got some stuff coming in. I still need to deal with my vinegar. I haven't done vinegar syndrome yet, and I need to jump on that. But I'm going to show you what I picked up between the 2 stores. And this is just stuff that I saw. These are movies that have come out within the last year that I never got a chance to see in the theater because I haven't been to the theater since A Quiet Place 2 came out. So, some of it's horror, some of it is not. Some of it's comedy and drama and a little bit of everything else, plus 1 TV show. So, the first thing I grabbed was, well, not the first thing, but the first thing on top of this pile I'm holding is Dog with Channing Tatum. Haven't seen this. It looked like an interesting movie. It looked like a fun movie. You know, this dog seems like a real butthead of a dog. So, and then Last Seen Alive. I believe I got this at Walmart. Or not Walmart, Best Buy. Again, haven't seen it. I think there's 1 or 2 movies in here that I've seen, but all of them are blind buys, so I'm just so you know, so I don't have to keep on saying I haven't seen this, but, you know, I'll tell you the ones I have. Blacklight. Liam Neeson likes to do these really weird action films, and I actually enjoy them. Even though it's pretty much the same movie over and over and over. He essentially has become, you know, the guy for known doing his own takeoffs on Taken. Okay, here's the first one that I have seen, and I needed to grab it. So, Studio 666 with Dave Grohl and the Foo Fighters. You know, I saw this a while back. Kevin and myself did a Wicked Horror review on it. Go check that out. Anywhere you can find podcasts, Wicked Horror reviews. We'll talk about this. We'll talk about what we thought about it. I grabbed it. Next is Jurassic World Domination. Again, I know I said I'm not going to say it, but have not seen this. I actually like all the Jurassic World, Jurassic Park movies. They're kind of fun, even though it's very simple. It's like, why would you take time to take DNA and bring giant monsters back to life that can pretty much, you know, devour you? Oh, because we found a way to train them. Yeah, sure. Haven't seen it. Want to see it. And that was $10 at Best Buy. Dwayne Johnson and Emily Blunt, Jungle Cruise. I like Dwayne Johnson's movies, even though sometimes they're a little goofy, and I'm always in the mood for like a goofy time, and this seems like just the right kind of movie. Here's the second one that I've seen. So I think there might be, yeah, there's 3 in here I've seen. It wasn't 2, it was 3. Second one is Candyman. Yeah, Candyman, the remake. It's not, okay, I'm going to correct myself right there. It's not a remake. It's a sequel. Because if you watch this movie, there's a reason why I say it's a sequel. Because we find out that over the years that there have been many interpretations of Candyman. That you even seen Tony Todd's face in here for a second. And so, this was a cool movie. Where'd I get that? I think I got that at Target, and it was a pretty decent price. Trying not to drop everything. Okay, this was definitely at Target. This is a show that this is what I miss. A few years ago, before the world stopped spinning on its axis, I went to Black Friday and I found a show called Outlander. And I found all these old seasons, for next to nothing. I think it was like $9.99 a season, at Target. I'm like, okay, well that's cool. So I grabbed like I think it was the first 4 seasons, or 3 seasons. And I'm like, okay. Yeah, I think it was the first 3 seasons. They had the 4th season at the time, but it was only on DVD. So, I grabbed the first 3 seasons, and I fell in love with this show. I don't have Starz, which is the channel that it's on. So, I just grab a new season every year. And this was... Okay, so the price was $34, and then I went up to the register. I'm like, I'm sorry, but I see that it's I have the price on my list that it's $29 here, $29.96, and she checked and she goes, you're right. And since it's buy 2 get 1 free, they readjusted the price again. So I got this season 6 for $24, on Blu-ray, and I love this show. This is like one of the few times I really like a period piece type of show. If you haven't seen Outlander, man, this is a really cool show. It all takes place in Scotland in America before the American Revolution, and it's just this really cool. It's a time travel movie that has a little bit of time travel in it. Claire, the main woman in the movie, in the very first season, goes out to this Stonehenge-like place in Scotland and winds up traveling back in time to the 1700s. She's from the 1940s and she's a nurse. And she winds up traveling back in time to the 1700s, falling in love with Jamie. And she's, in a few ways, she wants to get back home to the 1940s, but in another few ways, she just wants to stay there because she's in love with Jamie. So it's a really cool idea, and I enjoyed it. But now I get to see season 6. Next is Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. Looking forward to watching that one. Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. Another Channing Tatum movie, Lost City. It's an adventure movie. I like both Channing Tatum and Sandra Bullock, and it just sounded like kind of a, hey, let's get off the beaten path and discover something type of movie, and so it sounded like fun. Another Liam Neeson movie, Memory. Here's one that I haven't seen and I've been wanting to see for years, and this wasn't on my list at all. But when I was at Best Buy, I saw it there, and I'm like, you know what? with it being the day that I'm out on, I have to grab this movie. I have to see what this movie is all about. And the movie is Black Friday with Bruce Campbell. It's Bruce Campbell, right? You gotta pick up a Bruce Campbell movie. I haven't seen it. I want to see it. I remember when it first came out, everyone saw it, and it wasn't cheap. I mean, it wasn't the best deal. But, whatever. I mean, it was there. I was there. It was Kismet. Godzilla vs. Kong. I think this was $5.99 at Best Buy. A movie that I talked about on my very first episode of the Midnight Movie Review. I now have a copy of it because I only saw it on cable. I now want to watch like all the special features, and that's Moonfall. This movie, I mean, if you haven't seen it, you gotta check this out. Just because, I mean, it's Roland Emmerich, it's Patrick Wilson, it's Halle Berry. You know, it's a disaster film, but it's a little sci-fi. It's fun. And here's the other one that I've seen, and that is X. Jenny Ortega, Brittany Snow. Again, Kevin and I did a Wicked Horror review for this, and again, go to wherever you find your podcasts and find Wicked Horror reviews and listen to what we have to say about this. This was $10 at Best Buy. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, with the exception of like Outlander, Candyman, and 2 other movies, everything else was at Best Buy. So next we have Last Night in Soho. I've heard a few good things about this. Brother Max told me said that this was a decent film, so I like suspense, and I understand that that's what it really is, more of a suspense movie. Morbius. In the Marvel comics, Morbius is one of my favorite characters. I mean, it's just the idea of the scientific doctor trying to cure himself of some blood disease, and he winds up becoming like a living vampire. That to me is always kind of cool. I want to see how they did it in the movies. I haven't seen this, so I'm looking forward to seeing it. And then you got Eternals. I really know nothing about this. I know it's a Marvel movie. I think it has to do with I think the Eternals are the creatures that were like what Kurt Russell was in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. I think that's what it is, but I really know nothing about this. And Black Phone. Ethan Hawke, man. I love Ethan Hawke. So I don't think he's ever really made a terrible movie. He hasn't made... Some of his movies haven't been the greatest, but I really enjoy his movies. So Black Phone looks like a good time. That's it. That's everything that I picked up. That's not including... It's all gonna fall. That's not including stuff that's coming in from Amazon and Vinegar Syndrome and stuff like that. So you will see other updates. As always, like, subscribe, share, and comment. I always want to know what you have to say. And when you do subscribe, hit the bell. I am the 13th Wolfman, and of course, I'm on the prowl.